And I was the only one that went to a meeting like this driving a 911 Porsche convertible. The rest of them are old cars, and I'm wondering, what am I doing here? And I got in the back of the room, I'm sitting there listening, and I've been in the insurance business for 15 years. I was the #1 agent in my community. So I'm just telling you this story because you don't want to pass anybody over, because you never know what goes on behind closed doors, right? And behind closed doors, I wanted to be somebody, but I wasn't making the money after 15 years. Because this guy showed me a check, he was making $80,000 a month. And I thought it had to be illegal. There's no way they would pay a policeman $80,000 a month unless he's selling drugs or something. Right? So I went to this meeting, he's standing up here and he's like, Noonie, he's selling the dream of, you know, we don't know if this is the right vehicle for you, but it could be. If you have that desire she's talking about and you have the determination. See, I believe people from Laos didn't fly halfway around the world to sell insurance. They flew halfway around the world to chase the American dream. It just happened to be in the form of financial services, which has been here for 200 years. And it's going to be here 200 years after we're gone. They own everything you can think of in America. Every corner there's a bank. Well, they're the ones that loan the banks some money. So it was a big industry. So when I got out, this guy's telling me this stuff, and he's up here talking about your lousy job, J-O-B, and I'm sitting there going, what's he talking about? I love my job. And he starts talking like that, and I stood up in the back of the room and full of people. I said, hey, his name was Neil. I said, Neil, what do you sell? What kind of insurance? Because I never heard of this. I know all the insurance business. He said, we don't sell insurance. We sell open opportunity. I got up and I walked out. I said, this is corny, I'm not listening to this anymore. And I left. He came down to his office, my office the next day, and I had Oriental rugs and a glass top desk, all the pretty things, but no money in my account. And he walked in and he said, you know, he said, with your skill sets, because I was president of the Chamber of Commerce, I'd done everything you're supposed to do in the insurance business to meet people. When I started, I joined the Chamber of Commerce for one reason. I said, I'm going to volunteer to sell memberships, because nobody wanted to do that. I did it because I went out and met all the business owners. He said, if you could get rid of your ego, you could probably be pretty good in this business. He said, this is the people business, not the insurance business. And you got to care more about other people making money than yourself. I said, this sounds silly. He said, when you give enough people what they want, you'll get what you want. And he said, we're about pushing people up and building successful people through our system. So I said, okay, I'll give it a try. So I said, what is the record for the company? Because I had a big ego. He said, the record is 50 sales in 1 month. He said, I hold that record. I said, consider it beaten. Now that's how stupid I was, because I was on the lowest contract they had, right? And I had left a big contract I had with another company, because I wanted to learn that system, how you can make $80,000 in 1 month without making a personal sale. I said, this is crazy. So he was living the dream, the lifestyle I wanted. Now the price you're going to pay to get there, you may not like it, okay, because it's nasty. You got to roll up your sleeves and go to work. I said, what do I have to do to get to where you are? He said, you got to start at the bottom and work your way up. I said, okay, and this is the stupidest thing I probably ever said. I said, do not promote me in this company until I'm #1 at every level in the United States. He said, he's thinking, man, I found a dummy. I'm going to ride this guy to the top. I didn't know, because I thought, if I'm going to quit 15 years of owning a property casualty agency and devote my